It's a significant and noteworthy story. One of the names being considered is the Democratic governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, who made an appearance on Fox News this week. The moment was particularly interesting because Walz directly challenged Trump, highlighting a point many have observed. Trump is now burdened with J.D. Vance in a new campaign against Kamala Harris, where Vance might not be the ideal candidate. The MAGA Trump takeover of the Republican Party has resulted in them having the oldest presidential nominee in American history, Donald Trump. Tim Walz humorously mentioned this on Fox News, stating, "You guys are stuck with Trump." Bill Hemmer and Dana Perino looked visibly uncomfortable, and Trump was enraged by Walz's interview. Walz stressed that the Democratic Party is ready to make decisions and progress, in contrast to the Republicans, who are stuck with Trump. Walz highlighted the economic and foreign policy achievements of the current administration. He criticized the approach of aligning with dictators like Putin and Orban, suggesting that the Democratic Party's policies are more consistent with American values. This appearance elicited a strong reaction from Trump, who took to Truth Social to vent his frustration with the network for giving Walz airtime. Walz continued to defend the Democratic record, noting that Democratic states are creating jobs, safeguarding personal freedoms, and performing better economically compared to Republican states. He argued that Democratic governors, including himself, should be considered for the vice presidential position due to their strong track record. According to Walz, the Democratic Party is prepared to make necessary decisions and adapt as situations demand. Walz pointed out the irony in Trump's criticism of the Democrats for undermining democracy. He noted that the Democratic Party had acted decisively within their process. Walz invited anyone, including Sean, to become a DNC delegate, emphasizing that the Democratic Party is ready to act when needed, unlike the Republican Party, which is stuck with Trump. Walz addressed the notion that convictions or failed policies are less significant in the current political climate. He asserted that the Republican Party is stuck with Trump and invited them to accept this reality. Meanwhile, the Democratic Party is capable of making their own decisions and selecting their nominee. He encouraged those who disagree with this approach to vote in November, confident that the American public will recognize the Democratic administration's strength. According to Walz, the Democratic Party has been fulfilling its promises. Economic indicators show that America is in better condition compared to global counterparts. He also emphasized the importance of foreign policy that respects alliances rather than aligning with dictators. Walz directly criticized J.D. Vance, telling him to mind his own business, further emphasizing his stance on current political issues. Walz's defense of the Democratic nomination process also highlighted concerns about the Democratic nature of selecting Joe Biden's replacement. Some people are advocating for an open convention, and there isn't a clear challenger to Kamala Harris. Walz mentioned that he was being vetted for VP and emphasized the Democratic Party's readiness to support strong candidates, even if some potential challengers feel intimidated or reluctant to run. In conclusion, Walz reiterated that the Democrats are prepared and organized, unlike the Republicans, who are stuck with Trump. He noted that Kamala Harris has already secured significant delegate support. If people are unhappy with how she ended up on the ticket, they have the option not to vote for her. Trump's reaction to Walz's appearance on Fox News, expressed on Truth Social, was immediate and intense, showcasing his frustration and perceived vulnerability.